Let's head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Hi, Dave. How you doing? Just been feeling pretty sour because Denzel worked with the concussion protocol. It seems like it's always something every year. I think Haslam is the culprit, and I do believe that he uses the Browns like a farm team. And when it comes down to it, players like Chubb, Garrett, all the key players will be, somehow he'll get a payment for them players. I'm just not really feeling really good. We have a stout defense, and the offense looks great. And for some reason, I'm just going on just old vibes. Because every year we get excited every day, and nothing happens. And so I just don't trust Haslam because I think he's affiliated with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Him and Art Rooney was pretty good friends, and that's just my gut. So thank you. Thanks for taking my call.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Jeff, if you want to criticize the way that Jimmy Haslam moved on from coaches early in his tenure, okay. But he's spending an awful lot of money to make sure that the Browns are able to keep good players and acquire good players.
And not to mention, they're currently sitting in a position where both their head coach and general manager, if things go well this season, it would be extension time for both of those gentlemen as well. Myles Garrett, I'm sure Myles Garrett's camp is looking at the latest defensive end contract that was just handed out today, Nick Bosa, and going down the list and going, we're down here already? So, I mean, look, Jimmy has been the consummate owner. I think the problem for Jimmy was having belief and having faith that a product looked like it was going to be something that was going to be a winner. And granted, the only little bit of success that they had was 2020 with a playoff win against the Pittsburgh Steelers, ironically enough. I think he understands what maybe it looks like a little bit more now. And there's the willingness to pull the plug on a Zadarius Smith, even after the draft, adding money into the fold. Understanding that there are still more players to come that you're going to have to start talking about contract. Donovan Peoples-Jones, Grant Delpit, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, where you're going to have to start having those conversations here soon as well. I think for Jimmy's a businessman. He needed to see and believe that this was going to be a successful product before you start committing billions, because that's basically what it is, billions of dollars to it. But I think that is where Jimmy is with his team right now. I think Jimmy believes that he's finally got a winner. Unlike fans and unlike certain other major media groups, we don't sit here and just say, oh, well, it's going to fall apart because it always falls apart because of the Browns. That's not analysis. That's not how we do business.
Yeah, and you know what? They're spending more money than anybody. So keep everybody that wants a Cleveland owner that spends a lot of money, you got one. You got one.